So I wanted to take a break from gameplay videos and I wanted to go over my Nintendo handheld consoles, well mostly Nintendo. So y'all sit back and relax and welcome back to the locker. So as you can see behind me, I do like to collect video games other than just play them. I'll have to do a whole game room tour one day soon. It's kind of a mess right now. So starting off with my first handheld, this is the Game Boy Pocket. It came out in 1996. It actually doesn't work right now. It's got like a, I don't know, like a burnt screen. So I'm going to have to replace it. I'm going to make a video about that one day soon, replacing the screen, seeing if it works. So yeah, that's the Game Boy Pocket. So I don't have the original Game Boy or the Game Boy Light. The next one on the list is going to be the Game Boy Color. Came out in 1998. This is the teal variant. Found this at Second & Charles. I think I want to say I paid $80 for it, which that's all right. But this one works very good. It's in really good condition. Can't complain about the Game Boy Color. Eventually, I want to probably put a backlit screen on all these that doesn't have one already. Next up on the list is the Game Boy Advance. This is actually my one from childhood, and it's pretty beat up, as you can see. It's got my name written on it still. Works fine though. It doesn't have a backlit screen. I want to do that mod eventually. Also, the Game Boy Advance came out in 2001. I was born in 2000, so. So next up on the list, I have 3 Game Boy Advance SPs. This black one is my original one from childhood. These came out in 2003. So, what, 2 years after the Game Boy Advance. These have the, the collapsible screen. First ones to have the backlit on them. I love this thing. Love this thing so much. I've played so many games on here, especially Kirby. I love my Kirby games on the Game Boy SP. Love those games. Can't get enough of them. I'm looking for the Magic Mirror or the Amazing Mirror. And I guess I love it so much I ended up picking up 2 more. They all work fine. These are the AGS-001. I don't have the one with the newer backlit screen on them. So the next Game Boy was the Game Boy Micro to come out. It came out in 2005. I really want one of those. They have skyrocketed in price though, so I'm trying to find one for a good deal. And next up I have, this is my original DS Lite. I don't have the original DS, but I love the DS Lite. This is I probably played this more than my Advanced SP. A lot of Lego Star Wars, of course. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Also, the DS Lite came out in 2006. I have a second one here that I found for pretty cheap. I want to actually turn this one into the Game Boy Macro. If you've seen that mod, it's so cool. I want to do that eventually with this one. And then my next DS is the DSi XL. This thing I haven't had too long. I think I just got this one this year. But I love this thing. It actually makes all the original 2DS games look way better on this screen. And it came out in 2009. Moving on to my 2DS, the door stopper. I actually really like this one. I've played a lot of Luigi's Mansion on this one, or Dark Moon. And I can't really complain about this one. It kind of gets a little wonky like when you hold it. But other than that, I really enjoyed this one because you can play the 2DS and 3DS on this one. It came out in 2014, I believe. No, 13. But I bought this one new. I wish I would have kept the box for it. I don't know what happened to that stuff. And then my last DS is the new 3DS XL. This thing I haven't had super long either. I think I want to say I got it last year sometime. This thing's a freaking beast though. I like this thing a lot. Funny story, I actually got this from a Second & Charles. They wanted I want to say it was like $180. And I talked the lady down to $80. And I was super surprised. So I got this thing for $80. And these came out in 2014. And last but not least, my last handheld is going to be the Switch. It came out in 2017. I have the first variant. I want the OLED model, but mine works fine. And I really only bring it for like long car rides. I mainly just play it docked, but I love that thing. It's got some really good games on it. And that's all my Nintendo handhelds. I actually have 2 more handhelds I want to show you guys. It's not Nintendo, it's my PSPs. Which, if you know, the PSP was like way before its time. I don't have a lot of games for the PSP. I grew up playing, a lot of racing games and Battlefront. I love Battlefront on this thing. It was so much fun. And it was like an MX versus maybe it was ATV Trails. I can't remember the game. It was so much fun though. I love this thing. I'm gonna have to get some more games for this to really enjoy it a lot more, I think. So I thought it'd be cool to show you guys my handheld collection. Like I said, I'm missing the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Micro, and then the original 2DS, and then the Game Boy Light. And I don't have a few of the DS variants, which, like the DSi, I think it is, the regular one. And I don't have the regular 3DS. Let me know if I missed one. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know what you guys want to see next, gameplay-wise, and I'll see you guys in the next one.